Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Dual Destinies! We are getting very close to the end, and we might possibly finish it in this video, and if not, possibly one other video after this one. Gotta count in all the credits and stuff, so this might be a really long video, or a short one. So, let's just continue on. We are, well, as you can see, Fulbright is not expressing any sort of emotions after finding out that, oh, everyone's saved and blah blah blah. So, let's get him to talk. Even with all his over-the-top expressions and gestures, he's registering no emotion at all?
It's just like I thought, and right in line with the Phantom psych profile.
Oh no, Fulbright, don't make that face!
Detective Fulbright, this lack of emotion proves you're the Phantom.
Aye!
Hey, what's going on?
Wait, hold it! What do you think you're doing, Detective? Me? I'm not doing anything. He's trying to hack into the Mood Matrix program. Oh, that's Athena.
I can't do anything with it like this.
Ah! Fancy device you have there, but I'll tolerate no cheating, thank you. Haha! Sorry about that! As an undercover agent, I tend to use my secret arsenal without even thinking. More like, as a spy.
Thanks, Prosecutor Blackquill. There! Now that you can't hack me anymore, I dare you to try to hide your lack of emotions from us.
Lack of emotion? What are you talking about? Of course I have feelings! As a matter of fact, you've wounded me very deeply with that accusation!
What's going on? All of a sudden I'm getting an overwhelmingly happy reading.
Huh? But he's literally crying as a river over there. Oops, my mistake. How about this? Gah!
Yikes, now he's angry all of a sudden.
What's he trying to pull? Like as not, it would appear our friend is not completely without emotion. It's just as it says in Dr. Psych's profile of the Phantom. The subject has a unique psychological makeup with almost no emotional fluctuation.
Oh, I get it. So he has some emotions, right?
Precisely. Which leads me to wonder why you can't sense any emotions from him at all. I believe it's most likely because he is controlling his emotions. Very good, Prosecutor Blackquill. You are correct. It is the results of my daily training. A very important skill for us undercover agents, you know? More like for us spies. Seriously. But I wonder why he suddenly showed several strong emotions. Wait a minute. I think I know. I sense there's a feeling you're trying to hide with your exaggerated emotions, Detective. A feeling I'm trying to hide? That's a good one. You're the one who has been saying I'm the Phantom because I don't have any emotions. I was just trying to show you the range of deep emotions I truly possess.
Then you have no objections to me analyzing you, right?
No, analyze away. But I will state it again, I am not the Phantom. And be forewarned that your analysis will have no effect. Because you're about to see what an undercover agent can really do. Oh boy. Oh my god, it's all over the place. Me, the Phantom? No way! Oh, sorry, I thought that was an I. Oh, I'm so sad! See? I told you I have emotions! How dare you accuse me of being someone who would kill over a moon rock? I do regret cooperating with the Phantom, of course. But I am so glad this whole misunderstanding is cleared up now. Whew, this is the circus in here, isn't it? Alright, but we're gonna go over here. And we're gonna press on the sad emotion here, because you notice how it's consistently staying there. It's not moving anywhere. This one is staying up the whole time. I found it. I found the one emotion you're truly feeling. What? Hidden in the middle of that chaotic storm, I saw one emotion that never disappeared. When you talked about the moon rock, you felt a fear that wouldn't fade. Fear. Huh. A fear that a man with hardly any emotions, huh?
And it was a response to that moon rock.
Detective Fulbright, I presume you feel fear concerning the moon rock because your identity will be revealed. Of course, that's it. Enough, Fulbright. Just tell us the Phantom's true identity. I don't know. He was very careful to hide it. He has top secret information for all kinds of corporations and countries. So there's a number of organizations that want him dead. If people believe I was the Phantom, I could be killed on the spot. Why, I bet even now. There are assassins lurking nearby. This case is about the Phantom after all. Detective Fulbright, I think I know why you would feel afraid. You are afraid that the moon rock will somehow reveal your identity. If his identity were revealed, he would be killed immediately. That's certainly enough to make even the Phantom feel afraid. Me? Afraid? I don't know what you're talking about.
So, there really is something about the moon rock that would reveal his identity?
Apparently so. Wait a minute. Maybe the Phantom didn't so much steal the moon rock, but more like he had to take it with him. Because there was something on it that would reveal his true identity. Where do you think you're going? Me? I'm not going anywhere. Is it just me, or was he going to use that weird watch thing to try to get away? How many more of those toys does he have? And where can I get myself some? Me too! Detective Fulbright, you will answer honestly to this court right now. Why do you feel fear in connection with the moon rock? It's just in justice we trust, not emotions, Mr. Lawyer. Evidence is everything. I'm the Phantom because I'm afraid? Don't make me laugh. Ah! And what was that just now?
But all human beings have hearts and experience emotions. Sometimes analyzing a case from the psychological perspective is the best way to find the truth.
I want his gadgets. It is all just a waste of time. All your efforts at analysis serve no purpose. And now, in this dark age of the law, nobody would believe your claim that it's effective. In an era when evidence is fabricated, do you truly expect feelings to be accepted as proof? And where exactly is your proof that I fear the moon rock anyway?
Well, I admit I don't have any conventional proof, but I still say that examining a person's heart has its merits.
Oh, really? Then why don't you listen carefully with those special ears of yours? Listen to the voices of the hearts of the people in the gallery. Don't listen to him, Athena. He's just distracting you.
All I hear is distrust?
As you can see, the people are on my side, because all they see is a strange little girl using a weird little machine.
But it's not like I use analytical psychology to falsely accuse people.
Uh-oh, he's got Athena doubting herself. Miss Sykes, analytical psychology has breathed new life into the courtroom. It has freed the hearts of many witnesses and has been key in getting to the truth. Are you sure? Maybe it's just bringing new breath to this whole franchise. Don't hurt me, guys. I love this franchise. What nonsense! Your Honor, the defense claim is a false one. I don't feel any kind of fear when it comes to the moon rock. Man, why am I just rolling over my words today? Or maybe it's just the text going too slow. I see. Very well, I will give the opinion of this court. In a trial, I don't feel that a person's emotions are quite as compelling as actual evidence is.
But, Your Honor!
There, you see? Nobody believes you and your trumped-up charges. However, I do believe Miss Sykes' analysis can contribute to making the truth clear. I have seen her do this firsthand several times already. Surely you jest.
So does this mean you will accept my findings in this trial, Your Honor?
Yes, I believe your claim, Miss Sykes. I think there is merit in examining why the witness feels fear in regard to the moon rock. That is the court's opinion on this matter.
Then that's a win for me. No, a win for analytical psychology. Now, Mr. Phantom, you will tell this court the reason for your fear.
Analytical psychology? My fears? Fine! I'll show you precisely why those abstract things can't be considered evidence. What is with that laugh that he has? The text. I felt fear when I thought about the moon rock because it reminded me of the Phantom. Yes, I'm very afraid of him because he took my family hostage. What reason would the Phantom have to be afraid of the moon rock? None at all. So the very fact that I'm afraid of the moon rock means I'm not him. In fact, I'm on the side of justice. And there you have it. Now do you see why I'm afraid of the moon rock? Sure, you sound convincing enough. But so does any 2-bit con artist. It's all meaningless in the absence of evidence. Nope! Can't do that to Blackquill! The Phantom is like the mist, no flesh, no bones. My sword alone cannot cut it, right, Dono? With your deductive reasoning and the body of evidence before us, let us send this miserable Phantom fellow to the other world together. You and I, Prosecutor Blackquill. We have a duty to bring the Phantom down and restore the people's faith in the courts. Indeed, by covering for Athena, I allowed the Phantom to escape. And as a prosecutor, I gave birth to the people's mistrust with my murder conviction. I bear part of the responsibility as well, for being suspected of forging evidence and losing my attorney's badge as a result. Yeah, but you didn't do that on purpose. The two of us and the Phantom were there at the beginning of the Dark Age of the Law. Then it is also our burden to cut away the foul specter we created, is it not? Until all that remains is the righteousness of the court and the faith of the people. Trust, understanding. Ha! Fragile ideals of the masses who are controlled by emotion. Humans can't truly trust each other, which is exactly why the illusion of trust is so enticing.
Objection!
Once two people overcome their misgivings, that's where real trust is to be found. You're free to believe what you want, but trust like that is stronger than you and your lies, always. Alright, let's go. Okay. Alright, we're presenting something at his last statement, I believe. No. Third, I thought that was the last statement, but it's not the last statement. We are presenting the utility knife. Why are we presenting this? Well, Detective Fulbright, I assume you know what this is. Of course! That's the knife the Phantom used to kill Clay Tarrant! That's right, and the exact same type of knife Miss Sykes used 7 years ago when she stabbed the Phantom's hand. Yes, that was discussed earlier, as I recall.
He dodged at first, so I only got his clothes, but I tried again.
And this time you got him, didn't you?
I did. I remember it clearly now. The knife went into the back of his hand.
Miss Sykes has been oh my god, why am I rolling all over my words today? Miss Sykes then stated that she remembers the culprit bleeding. It's my theory that the culprit's blood got on the moon rock, and he was afraid that if the blood was analyzed, his true identity would be revealed. That explains why the Phantom had to remove the moon rock from the crime scene. You mean, if we run the analysis now, we know who the Phantom is? Yes, I suppose so. But unfortunately, the moon rock in question is missing. That may be so, but I'm certain I can explain what happened to it in great detail. You can? Of course. Not. Alright. You don't actually expect us to believe that, do you? Because you don't fool me. Ah! What this court needs is a bully-free zone. Ah, the infamous sword of the beguiling bluff. Its edges without compare. Come now, ready it with me and show us just how finely it cuts. Your Honor, this is an outrage! Oh, I mean, this is an outrage! Yeah! Go on, Wright, Dodo. Let's start with something that's been bothering me for a while. Now, the culprit supposedly removed the moon rock from the lab. But in the video of him, it's nowhere to be seen. Oh, you're right. You know what I just realized? They could have just proven that it was the Phantom and they just checked his hands, maybe? Although I guess if it was the Phantom, he'd probably hide his scars somehow. But here's something to consider. What if the Phantom hid the moon rock somewhere at the scene of the crime?
Good thinking, boss. Security was tight at the Space Center back then.
All that in spite of the Space Center having very strict security in those days. All personnel effects were examined thoroughly, coming or going. You couldn't even smuggle a withered leaf through those checkpoints. Does this mean that the moon rock is still somewhere in the Space Center? In the name of justice, I proclaim, that's impossible. And why's that? The Space Center was skirt. Let me take a deep breath. Okay. The Space Center was searched from top to bottom, and especially the lab, but the moon rock was never found. How could I forget about that? A sad but true fact. We still haven't a grasp on how it was done. But the Phantom made the moon rock vanish into the ether. There's no way it just disappeared. Logic and evidence tells us otherwise. The Phantom didn't have the moon rock on him when he left the lab. Yet a thorough police search didn't turn up anything. And it never turned up in the 7 years after that either. The Phantom made the rock disappear without physically removing it himself. But how? There must have been a way. Think, Phoenix, think. How did the moon rock vanish from the robotics lab? So, can you or can you not show what happened to the moon rock, Mr. Wright? Yes, I can. Your Honor. What? Oops, sorry, I mean... What? I'm trying to find a Phantom voice, and it's really difficult. In that case, let's have your answer, Mr. Wright. How did the Phantom make the moon rock disappear from the crime scene? It's a mystery. No, actually, it's not. Let's present the Hope Capsule. That's the Hope Capsule, right? The one that went up with the HAT-1 rocket? He couldn't carry the rock out, but he couldn't leave it in the center to be found either. So, there was only one safe place to stash it. The Hope capsule that was there in the lab that day. Yes, and the team must have loaded it onto the Hope space probe eventually. But if that's what happened, then the moon rock would have been launched into space along with the rocket. Preposterous! It would mean that for these past 7 years, the moon rock was... Exactly! The Phantom got rid of the moon rock in the most cosmic way he knew how. Space! The final frontier! It was out there in the depths of space. Aboard this Hope space probe. What? Order in the court! I understand now. The Phantom's original scheme was to sabotage HET-1 anyway. The villain, he used his primary objective to conveniently kill two birds with one stone. That's right, he planned for the moon rock to be turned into cosmic dust out in space, thereby destroying the one piece of evidence that could reveal his true identity. But Mr. Starbuck and the others failed the Phantom's, plot. The Hope space probe sailed off safely on its mission and returned 7 years later, with the capsule in tow. Yeah! If we analyze the blood on the moon rock, it should make one thing crystal clear. That you were the Phantom all along, Detective Fulbright. So he killed Clay just so he could get the moon rock back? I believe so. His original assignment may have been just to sabotage HE2, but at the same time, he also had to retrieve the evidence of his crimes 7 years ago. And that's why he went to the boarding lounge and attacked Clay as he made his escape out of the rocket with the capsule. But in the end, it was all he could do just to escape himself, so he didn't get the capsule. Clay must have done everything he could to stop Fulbright. He probably hung on to that capsule for all he was worth until his very last breath. Oh, this is so funny! You make me laugh, you really do!
Boy, he's totally out of whack now.
It's game over for you, Detective Fulbright. Why don't you just admit to it all now? There is nothing to admit. I'm Bobby Fulbright, undercover investigator, I tell you. I'm not the Phantom. The blood on the rock is just another one of his schemes, a trap. Now I'm not sure what to think. I suppose if the Phantom is a spy worth his salt, a trap is not out of the question.
Objection!
But in that case, you could say anything is a trap. His glasses are a trap. That's what makes a trap a trap. I've been framed into taking the blame for the Phantom. Your Honor, I believe further investigation is in order.
Silence.
Further investigation? More like plotting your escape. But no more. I will bring you to justice myself if I must, here and now. I guess it's time to show you just what I'm really capable of. Die, Simon Blackwell! Hey, you guys aren't really... Who said that? Oh, Edgeworth, hi! It looks like I've made it just in time. Edgeworth! I have good news for you, Mr. Wright. I've uncovered some very crucial facts. Did you find something out about the Phantom's true identity? You might say that. I started by looking into the first person on the scene 7 years ago. All three, an employee and 2 officers, were registered in the robot's recognition systems, but none of them looked the least bit like Detective Fulbright. That's not good. But there's more. I've yet to share my most important finding. Mr. Wright, Prosecutor Blackwell, you'd best brace yourselves. What about Apollo and Athena? Uh-oh. The man you see there before you, Bobby Fulbright, is already long dead. Huh? What's that supposed to mean? An unidentified body that was found a year ago has now been proven to possess Bobby Fulbright's fingerprints. Then does this mean? Yes, the man there is an imposter pretending to be Bobby Fulbright. An imposter? Then this man, who in the world is he? Now we got question marks. Enough with your trickery. If you will not reveal yourself to us, then I shall do it for you. What the? No! His face! Oh, look what you did to my mask. Mask? What is the meaning of this? Okay, you got me. I guess I have to show you who I really am now. Ah! What? Okay, that was not what I was expecting. Wait, but that's... Hey, Apollo! Yep, it's me, Solomon Starbuck. Mr. Starbuck? But that can't be right. You can't really be the Phantom, can you?
Silence.
Of course not. The real Starbuck was aboard the HAT-1, which was set to be destroyed. Yeah, this is just another mask. I mean, didn't I tell you? I'm an undercover investigator. I can change identities at will. I can be anyone I want.
Objection!
So...
Not so fast. I have the Phantom psych profile right here. If we compile a psych profile on you and compare the results, it will prove that you're the Phantom.
Objection. It's time for me to show you the real meaning of the phrase, the end justifies the means.
That voice, those words.
I actually forgot what I had him for his voice because it's been so long. Oh, that's just disturbing on Bobby's body. I cannot accept such evidence here, Miss Sykes.
Professor Means? Mask?
I'll take what I want by any means necessary. Now give me that evidence.
Huh?
Time to take out the trash. Permanently.
How could you?
Now, do you see how powerful the end justifies the means can be?
Silence.
How pathetic. You can't even speak without wearing another man's face. He's a Scooby-Doo villain! Ah, but that's the life of an undercover agent for you. My real face has no meaning or value to me at all. Or perhaps it is really the case that you don't even know who you are anymore. What must you see when you look in the mirror, Mr. Phantom? Not an awful lot, I wager. Well, aren't you just the master of psychology, Blackwell? That's right, I don't know who I am. I am always living as someone else for my assignments. I don't remember what my face looks like. Or even what my personality was like. That's sad. My face, memories, personality, beliefs, emotion, and soul. I left them all behind. I have no self. I am no one. I am nothing but an endless abyss. Why do you look so happy about that? That's just disturbing. What's with this guy? Is he still even human? And now, we resume with your lesson, Mr. Professor Wright. Oh, huh? I believe you made this argument earlier. If you were to analyze the blood on the moon rock, you could prove that I am the Phantom. It's pretty obvious you're the Phantom at this point. I believe there was blood on the moon rock in that capsule. Now that we know you aren't even Bobby Fulbright, your claims of a Phantom trap won't work anymore. Then why don't you bring this moon rock in? This decisive evidence from the Hope Capsule. I think I will do just that. Get ready, because the Hope Capsule is about to seal your... fudge! It was the courtroom bombing from the other day. The capsule was there in the courtroom as evidence and was blown to smithereens. Well, shit. It looks like you have finally caught on. 4 marks for the defense for effort. Oh no, we're at 30 minutes. I guess we will hit the conclusion the next video then. I am so sorry. I don't know why I'm like slipping all over the place today. Could be just a holiday thing. It's all festive over here right now. But yeah, I hope you guys have a great holiday and stuff like that. That's not how I was supposed to say that. Hope you guys have a great holiday, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Wow, I am all